Hello, everybody. Okay, fixed it. How are we doing today? It is the day before Oscar nominations. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I really want Sinners to do well. I mean, it's going to do well, but I need Ryan Coogler in Best Director. All right, I need Ryan Coogler. I'm predicting him, and there's not really a reason for me to doubt him right now, but like, I'm still nervous. I'm still nervous. I need him in. Oh my god. Who is here? What's the time? It's 9:15. Time to have a bath. What do you mean? We're already clean. Scrub, scrub, scrub till the water's brown. Time is a ruler to measure the day. It doesn't go backwards, only one way. Watch it go round like a merry-go-round. Going so fast like a merry-go-round. Let's go on a journey through time. The time that's changing all the time. It's time to go to time. And there's the E. It's a big world. I mean, yeah, I guess the world is pretty big. Let's see. To continue our conversation about bad Disney films from the previous public stream, I remember that there was a period in my childhood where I preferred The Lion King 2 over the first. I mean, do I think The Lion King 2 is better than the first? No. But The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, is a decent film. I mean, granted, it's, it went straight to DVD and video, sure, but it's like, that's a decent film. I thought that was good. Yeah. Wait, the show Hannahcast. It's a big. Wait. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. From a distance, I can see a world that is for everyone. I can hear. I'm trying to remember that. But yeah, that song. Everywhere I go, I see creatures that are big and small, all within the curve of the world. Like, oh my god, like, yeah. I remember watching that show. I remember really liking that song. That song was really cool. The lullaby song from Lion King 2 does kick ass. Yeah, it really is. Oh my god. Yeah, my lullaby. Like, the movie's songs are really fucking good. And I will say what you will about the Lion King remake. That was pretty cool of them to put what I'm assuming is the Swahili language version of He Lives in You during the credits. That was pretty cool of them to do that. Yeah, didn't you tweet about a big world in regards to visual effects? Yeah, because it was like, it's a big world, like, kind of pioneered virtual technology. I mean, granted, it wasn't the first one to do this, because there was actually, and I mean, like, like real world stuff, but like, I think the Book of Pooh did a simplified version of this, but like, it's a big world. Really went above and beyond to make the camera go all around crazy and stuff. Like, it was pretty cool. I love that movie mainly for the songs. Deception, disgrace, evil as plain as the scar on his face. Yeah, oh my god. I don't know why I keep singing, like, I don't know why I keep doing that. Like, I'm gonna get a copyright strike at some point if I keep doing that. The moment I heard Winslow in Christopher Robin, I thought of Winslow from Big World. Wait. Christopher, right, the 2018 movie Christopher Robin? Wait, what? Huh? Oh, also, hello, Poonza David. Hello. Wait a minute. Where was Winslow in that movie? Huh? Winslow was in Christopher Robin? The Lion King 2 shouldn't have been a TV film and should have had a bigger budget and gone to theaters. Honestly, the story's not bad. It's not a bad story. Like, if they just, again, gave the animators a bigger budget to work on the animation, it would have been worthy for theaters, I think. Like, it's a very strong film. And I know people go, well, it's just Romeo and Juliet. Well, it's like, well, The Lion King is Hamlet. Like, you might, like, it kind of makes sense to go for another Shakespeare story here. And again, I think it's done very well. Like, yeah, the Lion King 2 is good. I will say it is kind of weird. Like I don't know how timeline wise it's supposed to work. I think that's one of the issues I have with the film. Like the fact that Kovu was at least around when Scar was around, but like no one, but he was never mentioned in the Lion King, nor was it ever implied that Kovu existed during the time of the Lion King. But also knowing how fast cats grow up, it's like how old is Kovu supposed to be? Like the whole the timeline thing doesn't really make a lot of sense. But yeah. You always wanted a brother. Oh, God. I've still not seen Mufasa. I'm worried I might not like Mufasa, because I was one of the few people who didn't mind the photorealism of the first Lion King, but the faces in Mufasa look weird. Like they're just they're having lines smile and be extremely expressive, and it looks like they just swung the other pendulum. It looks like they just swung completely the other way too far in the pendulum. It's like, God damn, man! Like now they're too expressive. Now they look weird. What about? Oh no, it's not one. It's not Lion King 1.5. It's Lion King 1.5. Lion King 1.5 is not great. I did not really. It does have some interesting moments, but that story does feel pretty pointless to me. But anyways, yeah, guys, this is the final day of Oscar. Like this is the day before the Oscar nominations start. All right, I'm nervous. I have some. I don't think I've made any major changes, really. I don't think I did, ever since I put out my video. But, yeah. I'm really, I'm very nervous. We came a long way, but we're here. Exactly. And I will say, guys, if you want to help support the channel, we do have memberships open. For $2 a month, you get members-only badges, emojis, members-only videos, member shoutouts at the end of my videos, early access to Oscar predictions videos, or just a lot of videos in general. Members-only live chats. I try to do those every Monday. And members-only Discord access. So, if you want to do that, that really helps out the channel. Obviously. Oh, I could probably also put this up. So, hey, yeah. But, yeah, consider becoming a member of the channel. Oh, and because one thing I'll also mention is that tomorrow I'm going to be streaming again, where it's the Oscar nominations pregame show. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream for about an hour or so. But then, 5 minutes before the Oscar nominations start, or maybe 10 minutes before the Oscar nominations start, to be honest, I will switch that over to a members stream where we can live react to the Oscar nominations together. Now, again, to be clear, I'm still going to edit that segment of the stream into an actual video and put that out publicly, so that, because, where you don't have to be a member, just sort of like how I did my SAG reactions, where the live aspect of it and the interaction of it, that's for members, but just the pure reaction and thoughts and stuff, that's still gonna be available for everyone. So yeah, basically the member, the members only, I'm not making you pay to watch the same stuff you would have watched, if you weren't a member. You're only paying for the whole interaction side of it all. So don't worry about that. If you can't become a member, that's fine. But I will be doing a public stream tomorrow where once Oscar nominations get ready to start, I'll transition that over to a members only live stream. So become a member of the Hannahcast YouTube channel. Become a member, $2 a month. You won't regret it. There's a lot of really cool perks, and like I said, we also have Discord access. So, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Bugga says, I am a proud member of the Hannahcast. See? Bugga knows. Which categories are you most unsure of? Mine are Best Supporting Actress and Best Original Screenplay. Ooh. Okay, this is tough. Which categories am I least... I feel pretty decently about Supporting Actress. I feel pretty decently about it. Original screenplay is tough because it's like, I do get the arguments for Sorry Baby, but like, as far as I'm concerned, all of the nominees for the screenplay categories at the Oscars were shortlisted at BAFTA, except September 5, but September 5 was like contending in categories like Best Picture, other places like the Golden Globes and PGA. Sorry Baby is basically just screenplay or bust, really. And it did not get the BAFTA long list mention. So I don't know if I can predict that. I do, like, Blue Moon could make an argument, but I'm just going to play it safe and go for Accident and Secret Agent, so I'm not too concerned about original screenplay. Casting is one where I'm really wondering if I'm going to, how correct I'm going to be on this. Because we don't know how the Oscars are going to do this. We don't know how the Oscars are going to do that. Documentary feature, obviously, I know nothing about. I half expected Perfect Neighbor to get snubbed because they always snub the frontrunner. And admittedly, I am really wondering what's going to happen in lead actor. Because, actually, wait, what am I doing? Jesse Plemons. Because there is easily a path for either Jesse Plemons or Joel Edgerton to get in. Mainly, I'm looking at Jesse Plemons, considering how, you know, like how Begonia is surging right now. But at the same time, I don't know who I would take out. I don't think I'd be able to take out Ethan Hawke because he's kind of too much of an Oscar veteran at this point. Wagner Moura won the Globe, and, you know, you have Timothée Chalamet, who's currently the frontrunner. You have Leonardo DiCaprio, who's in the Best Picture frontrunner. And then you have Michael B. Jordan, who has the second most critic wins of the season so far. Like, I don't know if I can predict him to snub. So, like, Jesse Plemons can happen. I just don't know who I would take out. That's the problem. Oh yeah, also director is a nightmare. Like, what are we gonna do about director? I'm thinking, you know, a Secret Agent gets into director. Because that, like, the timing of it all is just too perfect for this to happen. Like, no, like it's too perfect for this to not happen. So I'm thinking Secret Agent gets into director. But that means I'd be going 3 out of 5 with DGA, which does happen, like, a couple times, mainly when there's, like, international directors. So, maybe? And I guess there is also editing, because we don't have BAFTA, we don't have Eddie, so we don't know what's going on in this category. I mean, because we don't have BAFTA, there's a lot of questions up in the air. So, yeah. I have the wait, are you talking about the DGA 5? I would not suggest doing the DGA 5, because they never do DGA 5. They never do it. And the fact that Guillermo del Toro missed the BAFTA long list, that's consequential. I think you kind of have to take out Guillermo del Toro now. Like, at bare minimum, even if you keep everyone else, which I don't think you should, but at bare minimum, you gotta take out del Toro. The last time an actor won the Globe drama was not nominated for the Oscar is Jim Carrey for The Truman Show, but also somehow happened to Omar Sharif and Dr. Zhivago. Yeah, so basically it's just not going to happen. Like, it would take something so weird for that to not happen. There was a chance for the Oscar voters where they don't care about it was just an accident. I have it in picture and screenplay at 10 and 5, but I have a feeling it could get snubbed for something. I still feel pretty good about it getting into picture and screenplay, but that's another thing. I could also see it was just an accident making it into director. But again, who would get bumped out? I don't know if I can call a 2 out of 5 in DGA. Like, I could maybe do 3 out of 5 of DGA. I can't do 2 out of 5. The last time that happened was the Argo year, and that year was messy. That was messy. Where, like, where 2 of the potential frontrunners got snubbed. Ben Affleck and Catherine Bigelow. It's like, what? I just can't predict that to happen. So it's like, It's just tough. It's tough. Oh yeah, I forgot Joachim Trier didn't get a DJ. Yeah, sorry, I have him over Del Toro. Alright, yeah. Del Toro, again, missing the BAFTA, I think that was critical. I think missing the BAFTA long list, like, the fact that Ryan Coogler managed to get in the BAFTA long list over Del Toro and Jafar Panahi, I think that was a fatal blow. I think that the fact that the DG, like, not DGA, the fact that the BAFTAs went for Ryan Coogler over those two, that does give me pause and go, maybe Coogler is safe. If F1 is in editing tomorrow, do you think it's in picture? I mean, maybe, but at the same time, I don't have F1 in editing. I just want to play it safe and not predict the best. I want to predict Best Picture films. That's my thing. I want to predict Best Picture films. Like, sure, will you react to the MCC winners at some point? They are very cool and have a good track record for the Oscars, not biased. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Shit. God, I've been so busy with work and everything. Not only with work, but also making videos, and also, which I guess that's also work to an extent. It's just like, oh my god. And why is everything happening all at once? God. Like, I haven't even been able to do I wasn't even able to do my Razzie predictions or Razzie reactions at this point. Like, I wasn't even able to do that. Like, because everything is just happening in 1 week. It's like, can things just space it out? Just space it out. Have it, like, god damn, man. Oscar expert and brother bro still have F1 in editing and sound. What do you think about it? I have it in sound. I don't think it's going to win, but I have it nominated for sound. But again, yeah, but Oscar expert, no, not Oscar expert, but editing, again, I just don't want to take that risk. And yes, Tick Tick Boom and I, Tonya got in for editing, but I, Tonya was arguably number 10 for picture, and Tick Tick Boom was maybe number 11. So I don't know if I can do that. F1's like 13 for picture, but I still have it in editing. I don't think it's number 13. Again, I really think people are really overestimating the power that PGA has with blockbusters. Like, I genuinely do not understand this. It's like, guys, F1, like, when has lone PGA for Best Picture precursors ever worked out for a blockbuster? Where, like, you didn't get nominated for Best Picture at the Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, or BAFTA, or SAG Ensemble, and like Lone PGA was able to get you into Best Picture as a blockbuster. When has that ever worked? It just doesn't work. Like, the PGA, they are biased towards the blockbusters. I just can't do it. Hey, guys, it's Red Spice. Hello. Hi, Red Spice. Hi. Excited for tomorrow morning. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Ugh. I am nervous. And look, there's the Hannahcast Oscar emojis. And guys, if you want to be, like, if you want to be able to use those kind of emojis, please become a member of the Hannahcast YouTube channel. For $2 a month, you get members-only badges, emojis, members-only videos, member shoutouts at the end of my videos, early access to Oscar predictions videos and just other videos in general, members-only live chats every Monday, and also members-only Discord access. So please consider becoming a member. It really means a lot, and it helps support the channel, and it helps, provide the content that you guys all enjoy. Hello, Ava Bandy. I still have Accident in for picture, but at the same time, it's going to be interesting what they are going to do with that movie. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I do think Accident. I just don't think Accident is gonna be like falling off so hard that it gets snubbed out of Best Picture. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Who would be your most heartbreaking snub tomorrow? If Ryan Coogler gets snubbed out of Best Director, that would be hell hath no fury if Ryan Coogler doesn't get into Best Director. Like, there will be hell to pay if he gets snubbed. Like, there will be hell to pay. That would be such a bad look too, yeah. And not only would it be a bad look, but also that would squander any chances of Sinners winning Best Picture. Because, like, if Sinners underperforms, and let's say, like, you know, Ryan Coogler doesn't get into director, oh, kiss Best Picture goodbye. It's not gonna happen at that point. Hot take, Toy Story 2 is better than is the better of them all. I would not completely disagree. Like, I mean, like, I think maybe Toy Story 3 might be my favorite, but then again, it kind of bounces around. They're all, like, really great movies. My heartbreaking snub would be Accident. Yeah, like, Accident not getting in the picture would suck, because, like, it's one of the best movies of the year. Toy Story 4 is my absolute fave. Loki, Gabby, and Forky are amazing additions. I think Toy Story 4 gets a bad rep. All right, like Toy Story 4 is great. Like, people need to leave that movie alone. It will be the second year in a row where the Critics' Choice Awards editing winner is snubbed at the Oscars. I mean, yeah, like, but this sometimes does happen. I mean, look at First Man. First Man also won editing at Critics' Choice, but didn't get nominated for the Oscar because it was just not, like, it ended up not being in Best Picture. Hell, even if there were 10 nominees for Best Picture, I don't think First Man would have been amongst the lineup. People only hate Toy Story 4 because people thought 3 was the last one. I mean, people have their reasons for not liking Toy Story 4. That's fine, but I just disagree. I think Toy Story 4 is great. I thought it was really funny. Like, it might be the funniest Toy Story movie, maybe. Like, I mean, like, the whole I can't let you throw yourself away scene is hilarious. I love that. Not that I think it will happen, but my heartbreaking subs would be any of the above-the-line One Battle After Another nominations, especially PTA and director and Sean Penn. Oh, I'd rejoice if they got snubbed. Oh, oh, man. Oh, man. Like, imagine if that happened. Oh yeah, I would relish in that. I'd be like if PTA and Sean Penn got snubbed and like Sinners didn't really miss a beat. Oh, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy. Like, I'd be like, oh, Sinners is winning Best Picture now, baby. But yeah. I think Sean Penn can drop for a one battle guy. I'm calling it now. I mean, I don't know if I can predict that. I'm not going to predict that because, you know, again, One Battle After Another is currently winning, is probably winning Best Picture. So, not wise to bet against One Battle After Another. But, like, if he got snubbed, that would be major. That would be major if he actually got snubbed. Too bad they are so locked at this point. Yeah. Good afternoon, and good noon in my time zone. No further comments. Ooh. No one is locked until tomorrow morning. Well, I do think there are some people that are locked. Like, for example, you know, Timothée Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio, they're locked. Jesse Buckley for Hamnet is locked, and on it, like, yeah. Though they are definitely locked at this point. I mean, yeah, in terms of nominations, I mean, yeah, like, so many of these people are already locked in. Like, I want to predict a Sinners actor for supporting actor. Like, either Miles Caton or Delroy Lindo. I want to predict one of them, but the problem is that everyone here is so, like, locked in. Everyone is so locked in the top 5. I just don't know who I would take out. Like, even Stellan Skarsgård, who missed SAG, won the Golden Globe. Like, that is huge. I just can't take anyone out of supporting actor right now. It's just not, like... Okay, yeah. I'm not able to... For some reason, it won't let me... It won't let me, like... For some reason, it won't let me highlight your comment, Red Spice, but I'll still read it off. Kate Hudson is about to bump someone off. The problem is, I don't know who she would bump out. I mean, do I think Kate Hudson is number 6? Yes. But everyone else has just too much of a... Like, well, for one, like, 4 of these actresses are in Best Picture films, and one of them won the Golden Globe for Best Actress Musical or Comedy. Like, even Chase Infinity, who, you know, yeah, people were kind of doubting, it's like, she's still in the Best Picture winner, and the film could get 15 nominations. I just cannot predict a snub for her. Imagine K-pop Demon Hunters get snubbed for both song and animated feature. Oh, like, if K-pop Demon Hunters just gets snubbed out of Best Animated Feature, cancel the category. Because this year has been so bad for animated movies. Like, if, like, if that got snubbed, it'd be like, all right, just cancel this category this year. Like, there's not enough, like, there's genuinely not enough good competition, or great competition. Would you be shocked if Ariana gets in? I'd be very surprised, so maybe. Unless Skarsgård is Jodie Foster and Sentimental Value is the Mauritanian. But the problem is, Sentimental Value is not the Mauritanian. It's gotten into Best Picture everywhere. Everywhere. So, like, no, like, Mauritanian was just, like, in hindsight, the Mauritanian was kind of a non-starter. So it's like, yeah. Kate Hudson is something like the old Oscars would do. Maybe. Also, I would be heartbroken if Infinity got snubbed for Hudson. Hudson is fine, but nothing Oscar-worthy. Infinity should just come along for one battle after another. The thing is, like, well, for one, I don't even think Infinity should be in lead actress. She should be in supporting actress. But obviously, that's not really her fault. Like, so if she got nominated, like, I wouldn't necessarily blame, like, I wouldn't blame her for that. Like, I kind of like the attitude that Roger Ebert had Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel had when they would talk about, like, who they would pick for the winners. It's like, you know, who they would personally pick for the winners. Sometimes they would go for, you know, actors that they feel like shouldn't have been in, actors that were in the wrong category. And they were saying, look, just because I feel like that, like, you know, like this person, so-and-so, should have been in supporting actress, not lead actress, or so and such. But, however, I'm not going to punish her for that, because that's the Academy's fault for nominating her that way. Now that she's here, might as well nominate her, might as well vote for her in this. So, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But, like, I saw Song Sung Blue. The movie's fine. I would not mind Kate Hudson getting a nomination, because she is very good in it. But also, like, she's also just not much of a priority for me. She's, like, number 5 for me. And I'm not sure, like... hold on. Yes! But, like, Chase Infinity, it's, like... It's just weird, because, like, she just does not scream... like, support, like, if I were nominating, like, unlike SAG, where you do have to vote in terms of, like, the actual category placement, the Oscars don't have to do that. Like, that's how Lakeith Stanfield got nominated for supporting actor. Like, he was being campaigned in lead, but voters in the Academy just nominated him for supporting actor. So... that's kind of so it's like, if it were me, I would have just voted for Chase Infinity for supporting actress, but yeah. No, Infinity is definitely a lead, or at most a co-lead. She has less screen time than Sean Penn, who's in supporting actor. I don't think she's I don't think she's lead, in my opinion. And Song Sung Blue made $50 million. It's not unseen. Yeah. Kate is taking someone out, trust me. I just can't. I just, like, lead actress is just too, it's just too competitive right now. And I can't really compare, like, let's say, you know, I can't compare Kate Hudson to Nyad, like, to Annette Bening for Nyad, because Nyad was arguably top 15 for Best Picture. You know, not only was it top 15 for Best Picture, but it also got Writers Guild nominated for Adapted Screenplay, and Annette Bening wasn't alone. Jodie Foster was coming along with her for that category. And Jodie Foster got more precursors than Annette Bening. So, I just don't think I can predict... I just cannot predict a, Yeah, I just cannot... I just can't really right now predict a Kate Hudson thing happening right now. What if Chase gets put into supporting and knocks out Ariana? I mean, I think Ariana gets knocked out regardless of if Chase Infinity goes supporting. Because this is my 5 for supporting. Tiana Taylor, Wunmi Masaku, Amy Madigan, Inga Ibzadar Lilias, and Odessa Azion. I think that's your supporting actress lineup. Marlon Brando had way less screen time than Al Pacino, yet Brando was lead and Pacino was supporting. Yeah, but that's because Marlon Brando had, like, the biggest ego in the world. Like, he was notoriously a pain in the ass to work with, and it's like he always had the dumbest demands possible. So it's like, no, that is absolutely category fraud. Al Pacino should have been in lead actor, and Marlon Brando should have been in supporting actor. I don't care how iconic that performance is, that was a supporting performance. Like, even Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs, didn't he have like 15 minutes of screen time, and yet he won lead actor? No. Again, yeah, I don't care how iconic the performance is, that was absolutely a supporting role. That was a supporting performance. It was category fraud. Also, Brando was the title character. That doesn't mean anything. Not to me, at least. It's like, what? Like, Hamnet is the title character. Was he, like, Hamnet is the title character of his movie. Like, is he the lead? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I still have a feeling Kate and Orlando is going to take someone out for supporting actor. I hope, but I just can't figure out who. I'm honestly surprised you liked Marty Supreme. It definitely did not feel like a film you would connect with, especially since you didn't connect with Honora. I was expecting to like it because I really loved Uncut Gems. I think Uncut Gems was fantastic. So, yeah. Sinners was 17 nominations. Let's go. Oh, I'm not predicting it for 17 nominations. Although I am predicting it for 15 nominations. 15 nominations. That is what I am predicting Sinners for. No way Ariana's weaker than Paltrow or Watson or Fanning. Paltrow and Watson didn't have a single precursor, and Fanning missed SAG and BAFTA long list. Okay, but also, like, all of those three films are significantly stronger in Best Picture. And Wicked just keeps doing worse and worse and worse with every precursor. Ariana Grande, like, I'm just going to say, Ariana Grande is Emily Blunt in Mary Poppins Returns. Like, that is exactly what Wicked for Good is. Like, it started off strong, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse as the season went on. And to where it didn't even get PGA. It's like, no, I think, yeah. Caden and VFX, even if it doesn't deserve VFX, I don't think Sinners is getting into visual effects. I just do not think it's getting into visual effects. I feel like if you want to be correct, you gotta have this 5. Avatar Fire and Ash, The Lost Bus, Superman, F1, Wicked. I genuinely don't see an issue. This is the one category where, like, not being in Best Picture is not going to hurt Wicked. Because the effects are still very strong. There's more, bigger, impressive visual effects than the last films. Than the last film. And it did about as well as at Visual Effects Society Awards as the last film. And not only that, but Sinners didn't even make the BAFTA long list for visual effects. It did not even make the BAFTA long list. And keep in mind, the BAFTAs glaze Best Picture nominees in visual effects all the time. They gave Poor Things visual effects. They put Oppenheimer in the short list. Like, they nominated Everything Everywhere All at Once. They nominated, what was it? They gave Black Panther the win for visual effects, and they nominated Dunkirk and The Shape of Water. They nominated Arrival. It's like, the BAFTAs glaze Best Picture nominees all the time, and yet they didn't glaze, they didn't put Sinners in the short list. I just do not think Sinners is getting to visual effects. But Wicked doesn't show up anywhere this season in visual effects. Sinners has. Wicked made the shortlist at BAFTA, and it got a nomination at VES. It did about as well at VES as the first film. And let's look at where Sinners got visual effects, shall we? Sinners got visual effects at the Critics' Choice Awards. They will always, without hesitation, glaze Best Picture films in visual effects. They gave The Substance a nomination for visual effects. They gave Oppenheimer the win for visual effects. They nominated Poor Things for visual effects. They nominated Everything Everywhere All at Once for visual effects. They nominated what else? Oh yeah, they nominated Mank for visual effects. They nominated Ford v Ferrari for visual effects. They nominated that for visual effects. The Critics' Choice Awards, in terms of, when they nominate films that are in best, they're always going to nominate Best Picture films and visual effects, because that's just what they do. They always do that. Would Sinners in visual effects be like that Clint Eastwood film that got the nomination against the second Tron film? No, because here's the thing. Hereafter actually had a really impressive large, flooding that movie is Hereafter. That's the movie you're thinking of. Hereafter's flooding sequence for 2010 was really innovative, and was actually really hard to figure out in terms of trying to composite the people into the shots and trying to make sure everything moves cohesively and dealing with all these water simulations and stuff. For 2010, the flooding sequence in Hereafter is insane. Sinners is not like that. Because, for one, now it's way harder to get into visual effects now than it was back in 2010. There's more competition now than there was back then. But also, with Sinners, it only got the other problem with Sinners is that even at Visual Effects Society Awards, it only got the supporting visual effects nomination. The easiest category it could possibly get into. If it wanted to show any kind of strength, it would have shown up in another category, like compositing, which is what The Irishman did. The Irishman actually won both supporting visual effects at the Visual Effects Society Awards, and it won Best Compositing because of the face stuff. Sinners didn't even do that. A lot of what you see in Sinners is just, background replacements, which every movie basically has these days. And even the twin effects are mostly the same twin effects you see in most movies. And the whole face swapping thing, I'm assuming was only done for the fight sequence, or because that was that was a bit more of a challenging scene. You can't just shot stitch two actors together for that. So no. And I know people keep saying, Sinners is just that strong at Best Picture. Maybe it could just get into visual effects that way. That argument never works. Name one time where being in Best Picture alone got you a visual effects nomination. You can't. It just doesn't happen that way. Like the Oscars, like the visual effects branch of the Oscars, they will gleefully and happily snub Best Picture films in visual effects all the time. They will happily do that. So, like, I just can't predict Sinners to get a visual effects nomination. It just doesn't. It would be so out. Like, it would be so out there for them to do. I remember Naiad was in supporting visual effects. Yeah, it won the category over. It won the category over Napoleon, which was nominated for the Oscar, but it was not in the 10 film Oscar shortlist. It was in round 1 in the list of 20, but it didn't make round 2. The Revenant was an example. Nope. It won a lot of awards at VES. In fact, let's actually look at the Visual Effects Society Awards for a second. Let's look at the Visual Effects Society Awards, shall we? The Revenant. All right, let's look at The Revenant. The Revenant won Outstanding Supporting Visual Effects in a Photoreal Feature. It won Outstanding Animated Performance in a Photoreal Feature. Let's see. It got nominated for... Oh, no, it won Outstanding Compositing in a Photoreal Feature. It won 3 awards at VES. That was not off of... It did not get nominated off of Best Picture Strength. It got nominated because it was a strong film in terms of visual effects. Even Mad Max Fury Road. Let's see how that did. Well, it got nominated for Outstanding Visual Effects in a Photoreal Feature. It got... Let's see... It won Outstanding Effects Simulations in a Photoreal Feature for The Toxic Storm. And it was nominated for Outstanding Compositing in a Photoreal Feature. So, nope. It didn't get in because it was strong off of Best Picture. It got nominated because its visual effects were really, really strong. That's like it did. Nope, that does. So nope, you can't do The Revenant, and you can't do The Revenant, and you can't do Mad Max because those films actually were very, very strong in terms of visual effects. So yeah. Let's see. I could probably just put this here as well. What is the oldest movie you have watched? I mean, I guess technically the Roundabout Guard, like, was it the Garden Roundabout thing? What did 1917 win at Visual Effects Society? It didn't win anything, but at the same time, it is kind of like that's a weird. It is weird. Well, for one, it was nominated for the top visual effects category, but there's another thing that you do have to keep in mind. It's like, yes, 1917 won the Oscar, but when it comes to picking the winners, yes, being in Best Picture does matter, because when it comes to the winners, everybody votes on the winners, but when it comes to the nominations, you know, everybody votes for... No, when it comes to the nominations, only the visual effects branch nominates only the visual effects branch nominates it. But also with 1917, this is kind of hard to really dissect, because like when the nominations for Visual Effects Society Awards were coming out, 1917 I think had just like been... Yeah, the nominations were announced on January 7th, and if I'm not mistaken, 1917 was like only just coming out, in a sense. Yeah. So like they were probably nominated, like, because like when you look at the visual effects breakdown of 1917, it actually is kind of crazy, but not much was known about the visual effects at the time when this movie was coming out. So it's a little bit harder to judge. That's a little bit of a harder thing to judge, because like, yeah, it's a little bit harder to judge, because it's like that was also, it's such a late release. And again, the same thing goes for All Quiet on the Western Front. That film, no one was really paying attention to All Quiet on the Western Front for the longest time, so you can probably understand why that missed a lot of Visual Effects Society nominations, or really any Visual Effects Society nominations. But Sinners has been out since April. So, like, there's no excuse for it to, like, if it were that strong in visual effects, there's no excuse for it to miss that many categories. Some people are still thinking Michael B. Jordan will be snubbed, and no. I am wondering, but but still, I am predicting him to get nominated, so. It's not because the movie is in Best Picture, it doesn't mean it can't get nominated for... Wait, it's not because the movie's in Best Picture, it doesn't mean it can't get nominated for visual effects. Like, guys, are for real. What? Like, are you trying? Like, I'm a little bit lost in what you're in what you're trying to say. Maybe I'm not reading it correctly, but like, are you agreeing with me that in my point that just because you're in Best Picture, like just because you're in Best Picture does not mean it's a get into visual effects free card? Is that like, are you like agreeing with me on that? I'm just trying to make sure. I hope Tron makes it in over F1. I actually do think F1 deserves a visual effects nomination. F1 has really impressive work. Like, there's visual effects in there that I didn't even realize were visual effects. Like, how seamless it was. Like, all the cars were CGI, essentially. In fact, I could actually just show you guys this thing right here. I'm not gonna react to it because, you know, I don't want to get copyright stricken. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna send you guys this link for F1's visual effects breakdown because it's really impressive. I feel like F1 will win sound. I don't think it's going to happen because the only time a non-Best Picture in the expanded Best Picture era, the only time a film won a sound Oscar without being nominated for Best Picture was Skyfall for sound editing, but it tied that with Best Picture nominee Zero Dark 30. So in a combined year for best, so now, given how that was like one of the rare snubs that ever happened, now that the sound categories are combined, I don't think you're going to get a winner for sound that's not in Best Picture. I don't think so. The 1917 was a rare example where they picked the visual effects winner for its usage instead of its quality. Essentially, what you're saying is they picked their favorite movie in visual effects. Because here's the thing, whenever people say, "Oh, I like how they use the visual effects," it's like that's just code for someone saying they just like the movie more. It's like they're not really judging the visual effects; they're judging the film. They're saying this is the best movie with visual effects. Because I don't think the movie's quality should matter. It should be about, like, hey, what is the most, like, innovative technology? What is the most, what is, like, the biggest leap forward in visual effects? But sadly, people don't think that way. People want to go for their favorite movie in visual effects, which is what we see in Critics' Choice a lot. So, yeah. People are saying that just because the movie's in Best Picture, that will get snubbed for visual effects. Like, last year, Dune won visual effects. Well, but to be fair, Dune was nominated for Best Picture. Like, it was nominated for Best Picture. And it was, like, very obviously going to get nominated for Best Picture and Visual Effects. Sinners, I mean, yeah, it's in Best Picture, but it's like, what actual evidence is there for it to get a nomination for Visual Effects? Like, it's not, like, the visual effects are not really anything that crazy that gets nominated, that gets nominated. And again, if it wanted to have like an actual argument, it would have gotten more nominations at VES. That's not just the easiest category it could have gotten into. So, it sucks that Fantastic Four didn't get shortlisted. Yeah, that was a real shame. Like, Fantastic Four had some very good visual effects. Remember when Avatar was used to be predicted for Best Picture? Yeah. Wait, then who are you predicting for sound? I'm predicting Sinners to win sound. If Sinners doesn't win, then it'll be one battle after another. But Sinners kind of has everything going for it. It's top 2 in Best Picture. That's good for it. And also, it kind of has 2 things that are great to have in sound, which is music and violence. So it's a borderline musical, and it's also like an action film to an extent. So I think Sinners might win sound, but if they just want to glaze one battle after another, they could do that too, because it is an action film winning Best Picture. So that's a good enough reason to go for that. But F1, it's just like, essentially, we've never had a single winner for, you know, a sound Oscar in the expanded era that was not already nominated for Best Picture. Again, not including, not including Skyfall, because it tied the award with the Best Picture nominee. Were you a fan of the Rugrats All Grown Up series? All grown up, I don't wanna grow up, all grown up. I actually did not watch a lot of, I actually did not really watch a lot of All Grown Up. Yes, visual effects and makeup and the extinct sound editing. I think sound mixing should go. Basically, a lot of the craft categories, I should say. Like, a lot of the craft categories in general are the only categories where we really shouldn't care about the movie and only care about the creations to award the prize. Yeah, like, I remember when people were complaining that Suicide Squad won makeup. It's like, ew, Suicide Squad won an Oscar, ew. It's like, it deserved the award. I thought Suicide Squad did. I mean, yeah, say what you will about the movie, but, like, it had a lot of really cool makeup. Like, Killer Croc, I thought you would have had to do that with, like, CGI. I didn't know you could do that with makeup. They made it work. You also had the, like, say what you will about the Joker, but, the way they incorporated the tattoos, like, that was pretty interesting. They completely, like, revamped Harley Quinn for a new era to where that's almost like her default look now. And then you have El Diablo and his tattoos. That's all great. It's like, there's a lot, Enchantress, like, there's a lot of really cool makeup in the movie. Like, what can I say? Or when The Lion King 2019 was nominated for visual effects. I'm just going to come out and say it. The Lion King should have won visual effects. Say what you will about the film itself, but the fact that was a completely, like, a completely animated film. But, like, yeah. But, like, the fact that was, like, a completely animated film, but it looked live action, like, that's insane. Like, say what you will, that's impressive work. Like, I think that should have won visual effects. Like, alright, like, say what you will, but that is impressive work. That is really, especially on such a large scale like that. Like, that's insane. I prefer Hundreds of Beavers way more than Dune 2, but I wouldn't snub the latter for the former. Yeah, Hundreds of Beavers and visual effects, that was just so unserious. It's like, guys, come on. Are we really doing this? Like, look, I love Hundreds of Beavers. That movie's hilarious. Visual effects is so, like, it's literally a joke nomination. You're literally making a joke of that category. And if anything, I would say that's more art direction than visual effects, because that's like laying out the scene, like the way the scenes are all laid out, like and the way it was all kind of layered up together. Like, that's that's technically production design. Like, visual effects. That's one thing I think people really confuse production design and visual effects a lot. Like, I've seen people like people were criticizing the way the creatures in, the way the creatures in Eternals, were designed, and it's like, this looks like shit. It's like, well, like, again, they're complaining about the design, but that's not a visual effects issue. That's a production design issue. That's a character design issue. It's like, the visual effects artists aren't the ones that create what they're supposed to look like. They're supposed to bring them to the visual effects people, the visual effects artists, they don't create what they're supposed to look like. They're supposed to bring what is brought to them to life. So, yeah. Yes, it's more art direction, cinematography, editing, even direction. I would even argue writing more than visual effects. Yeah. Example, Black Panther visual effects were trash, but the production design was really good. Exactly. Like, yeah. I will never take the BAFTAs or Critics' Choice seriously for visual effects ever again. Ever since they gave Black Panther best visual effects, I'm like, you guys are unserious right now, man. What is wrong with you? But, yeah. Do you prefer Saving Private Ryan or Shakespeare in Love to win Best Picture? I've seen none of those. The weakest part of Sinners was the visual effects. I mean, the visual effects weren't bad, I will say. Like, I don't think the visual effects were bad. Like, I'm not saying the visual effects in Sinners are bad. I just don't think it's enough to nominate. I don't think it's enough to deserve a nomination. If that makes sense. Shakespeare in Love didn't deserve Best Picture amount of praise, but it was an okay movie. But Best Picture, I've not seen Shakespeare in Love. Sinners makes sense to win sound. I agree. Speaking of production design, apparently animated films are eligible for production design at the Oscars, but a nomination has never happened. Yeah, that's very weird. I get your arguments for visual effects against Sinners, but Sinners also generally had a great bake-off presentation. According to colleagues that were there, it's a visual effects supporting story angle. But here's the problem. The bake-off can lead you astray. Because, like, look, I've been following the bake-off for a while. There are red herrings. There are red herrings that happened. I remember, like, back in 2018, all right, it was said that, you know, it was said that Christopher Robin did not have a very good bake-off reel. That the reel was rather rushed and people were feeling dissatisfied. Yet it got a nomination anyway. And a couple years ago, Jurassic World Dominion, you know, that film apparently had a great reception at the bake-off. Blending the CGI and the practical effects, and people were like, whoa, that's cool. And yeah, it didn't get nominated. So it's like, take the bake-offs with a grain of salt. And also keep in mind, not everybody is there at the bake-off. So I prefer Shakespeare in Love over Saving Private Ryan. Again, I've not seen any of those. I would love to see K-pop get sound nomination, but I know it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not shortlisted, sadly, so yeah. If F1 wins all precursors, do you think it loses the Oscar? I mean, at that point, maybe I'd be forced to predict F1, but it would be weird. I don't know. Hot take, if production design can accept animated movies, then they should accept it as well for costume design. I don't know if there's a rule that says that animated films can't get into costume design. Like, I do know, I think at the Costume Designers Guild Awards, you know, I think Kubo and the Two Strings was nominated for fantasy costumes. Truman Show Pleasantville should have won 1998 Best Picture award, though. Oh. To which Golden Reel Awards is F1 nominated for? I'm not sure, actually. Let's take a look, shall we? Alright, it got Outstanding Achievement in Sound Editing, Feature Dialogue, and ADR. Achievement in Sound Editing, Feature Effects, and Foley. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Feels weird that K-pop didn't even submit for sound, though. I don't know. I have to assume they submitted. I know they didn't submit any more songs, but I have to assume they submitted for sound. Do you think Jim Carrey should have gotten a nomination for any award show for Truman and the Truman Show? I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen any of the other nominees, so I can't say for certain, but I would have liked to see him be nominated, so... Which animated films have fantastic production design? Coco comes to mind. For me, I definitely think of, like, Kubo and the Two Strings and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. So yeah, so it is a little harder to... I do admit that it is a little bit harder to, you know, judge animated films in production design, but yeah. They can also get visual effects, apparently. Yes, and three animated films have been nominated for visual effects. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Kubo and the Two Strings, and the Lion King remake. And yes, that is absolutely an animated movie. I will not hear any ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Lion King was animated. wasn't on the for your consideration for K-pop. Again, I don't like here's the thing about the for your consideration pages, that they're not always indicative of like, you know, what they have submitted for. Like I remember Disney's for your consideration page, they didn't even have Christopher Robin or Solo: A Star Wars Story on their for your consideration page at first. They just did not have those movies on there. So, yeah. Apparently, the Oscars, you can submit 5 songs, but only 3 can get shortlisted, and 2 can get nominated. Yeah, which I will say, at this point, it's kind of, I don't like that rule. I feel like if the shortlist is going to be this bad, with this many mid-movies getting shortlisted for Best Original Song, then they might as well, you know, let songs like K-Pop Demon Hunters or Sinners submit more songs, because their songs are way better than most of what's in the shortlist. So it's like, yes, it does allow for more movies to get in, but rather than it just being a bunch of the same films. But if those other films are not going to have like songs that are like up to par as some of the best movie songs of the year, then scratch that whole idea entirely. Like, just let the good songs get in. Notice that 2 of the 3 are stop motion. Yeah, like, that's why it's a little bit hard. Now, granted, some animated films have been shortlisted for visual effects that ultimately didn't get in to the Oscars, but were close. But that did make it to the final shortlist. Like, most recently, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse got in. Soul got in, but that was also a COVID year, so you have to put an asterisk beside that. You also have Disney's Dinosaur. That got in the shortlist for visual effects that year. So, The Nightmare Before Christmas should have won song and score. Oh, yeah, that's a good argument. For score, it could be either that or Jurassic Park, but also Schindler's List is not a bad winner either. I remember when Kubo got into visual effects. Yeah, that was sick. That was neat. That year was the last year where like I completely agreed with the visual effects race. I thought all the nominees were incredibly deserving, and the winner was deserving, The Jungle Book. So, yeah. But let's see. Let's see what other category. I want to know, what categories do you guys want to explore? Like, in terms of predictions and, you know, what we could see leading up to. Because I will say, one thing I actually do want to point out. Let's take a look at actually the precursor wins right now. All right. Oops. Precursor wins. All right. Let's take a look at this. Sinners One Battle After Another is still very much out front with 34 wins for Best Picture and 30 wins for Director. But oh my god, Sinners has 21 Best Picture wins and Ryan Coogler has 19 wins. Coogler almost has 20 Best Director wins. Man, this year, what movie do you think is not deserving of a nomination in visual effects? Well, if I had to just go, let's go into the short list, shall we? What films do I think are not, again, Sinners is the main one. I don't need Sinners getting into visual effects. I guess I don't really need Frankenstein getting into visual effects. I wouldn't nominate Jurassic World, but I wouldn't necessarily, be upset. I would respect the Electric State to an extent, because at the very least, you definitely can't, if they nominated the Electric State for visual effects, you definitely cannot say it's because they like the movie. So I'd say, you know what, respect. I respect that. I think that Surratt could get into casting. Surratt would be an interesting casting. Would be interesting in casting. I'm kind of wondering if that's going to happen. I do have it at number 6. And I know some people are surprised I have Frankenstein in. Actually, maybe I could put Sentimental Value up at Number 7. But honestly, I feel like people are underestimating how they will probably view the casting in Frankenstein, because the Artios Awards do like it. Like the audio, especially with the Artios Awards, they have shown that they do like it when they do like it when you take classic characters and nominate the they do like it when you have classic characters and you adapt them for like a new thing. So yeah. Do you think Michael B. Jordan is getting snubbed? I don't think so. I had watched it and I thought he would sweep all awards, especially in acting. But I recently watched Marty Supreme, and Timmy is definitely justified. I do think Michael B. Jordan's going to get nominated. I mean, he's won so many awards. He's like number 2 in critics wins by a landslide. So I just can't predict a snub. Did you see the Razzies nominations? No, but honestly, let's just react to that right now, shall we? I want to react to the Razzie Awards. Let's do that. I'm pretty sure I could just react to it like right here. So yeah. Let's just see.
Dear Sir, Madam, we here at the Razzies are deeply concerned about the state of our cinematic experience as of late. The concepts are rehashed.
Alright, oh my god, this thing is so slow, my god. But yeah, let's take a look at the Razzie nominations, shall we? They better do all of them.
Scripted by my buddy Sat, and the performances are robotic. What the F? Is this a conspiracy to rob us of our escape to another?
Oh my god, who cares?
Razzie Awards, which include, well, look, 6th annual Razzie Awards.
Worst actor. Okay, yeah, Ice Cube for War of the Worlds. Jared Leto for Tron Ares. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna do that. Scott Eastwood for Alarum. The Weeknd for Hurry Up Tomorrow. Dave Bautista for The Lost Islands. Wait, are they just not gonna do all the categories? Oh my god. Rebel Wilson for Bridehard. Natalie Portman for The Fountain of Youth. Ariana DeBose for Love Hurts. Michelle Yeoh for Star Trek Section 31. Mila Jovovich for In the Lost Lands. Oh my god, what is wrong with these people? Okay, Snow White. Why will they just not... Okay, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Why do they not just present all the categories? Why? These guys are so lazy. They don't even have that many categories. Star Trek Section 33 or 31, who cares?
Just 3 categories. Go to Razzies.
No, I'm not gonna go onto your stupid fucking website. Oh my god. Why? Like, what is with the Razzies? How come the Razzies just don't, like, show all the categories? Why are they so annoying like this? Alright, well, you know what? Someone did show me all the nominations, so... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is annoying. Hold on. Alright, cool. Alright. To be honest, I have sentimental value in casting only because it has 3 acting nominees. Yeah, it's just hard to judge where this category is going, you know? I don't think Joaquin should have been gotten a Razzie nomination for Joker because he's playing the character the same as how he did it when he won the Oscar. I thought, like, Phoenix and Lady Gaga getting nominated for Worst Actor and Worst Actress was just stupid. It's like, they're giving good performances, man. Like, who cares? But, yeah, let's just take a look at the, let's just look at the, Razzie nominations, shall we? Because I refuse to go on their website and give them site traffic because they should just put these up on the actual, like, the video. Why can't they just do this all in one video? It's so stupid. Anyways, Worst Picture, The Electric State, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Snow White, Star Trek Section 31, and War of the Worlds. That makes sense. Worst Actor, Dave Bautista, Ice Cube, Scott Eastwood, Jared Leto, and The Weeknd. All right. Worst Actress. Oh, wait, we already went through Worst Actress. Worst remake, ripoff, or sequel. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Smurfs, Snow White, War of the Worlds. All right. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 getting on there. Yikes. Worst Supporting Actress. Anna Chlumsky for Bride Hard. Emma Horvath for The Strangers Chapter 2, Scarlett Rose Stallone for Gunslingers, and Casey Roll for Star Trek Section 31, and Isis Valverde for Alarum. Again, it's very weird that they nominate Snow White everywhere except Worst Supporting Actress. Like, Gal Gadot should have been on here. Like, they didn't shortlist Gal Gadot at all, which is so weird to me. But, like, oh well, like, what? And the funny thing is, like, there was even, like, a write-in option, but even voters just didn't want to vote for Gal Gadot. Like, she was so terrible in that movie. Worst Supporting Actor. All 7 artificial dwarves in Snow White. Oh, wow. Jesus. Nicolas Cage in Gunslingers, Stephen Dorff for Bride Hard, Greg Kinnear for Off the Grid, and Sylvester Stallone for Alarum. Worst Screen Combo, all 7 dwarves in Snow White, James Corden and Rihanna for Smurfs, Ice Cube and his Zoom camera for War of the Worlds, Robert De Niro as for The Alto Knights, The Weeknd and his colossal ego for Hurry Up Tomorrow. Worst Director, Rich Lee for War of the Worlds, Olatund Usunamni for Star Trek Section 31, the Russo brothers for The Electric State, Trey Edward Schultz for Hurry Up Tomorrow, and Mark Webb for Snow White. Worst Screenplay, The Electric State, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Snow White, Star Trek Section 31, and War of the Worlds. Multi-nomination count, you got Snow White and War of the Worlds tie with 6 nominations. Hurry Up Tomorrow and Star Trek Section 31 have 5 nominations. The Electric State, Bride Hard, and Alarum got 3 nominations. And then Smurfs, Gunslingers, and In the Lost Lands got 2 nominations. Again, I don't know why Gal Gadot was just not an option for Worst Supporting Actress, but yeah. Ice Cube taking home his Razzie, yeah. If The Weeknd wins, he's only going to be an Oscar, Tony, and Emmy away from EGOT status. They also won Worst Screen Combo. Like, what the heck? Yeah, that was weird. Hi, I'm Junior from Brazil. How many categories do you think about The Secret Agent could be nominated? Well, it can be nominated. Let me look at what prospects I have it in. I have The Secret Agent nominated for 6 awards for International Feature, Lead Actor, Director, Original Screenplay, Casting, and Best Picture. And I think there is a chance for it in like costume design, editing, supporting actress, and production design. So, yeah. Hey, at least After the Hunt got snubbed. Oh yeah, After the Hunt didn't get nominated for like Worst Picture, even though it was shortlisted for a few categories. Hurry Up Tomorrow's album is insanely good, but the movie was awful. Trey Edward Schultz hurts because It Comes at Night and Waves are 2 great, worthwhile films. I hope the bag he got to direct The Weeknd's BS was at least worth it. Huh. But yeah. I'm surprised that no Minecraft. Minecraft, to my knowledge, did not make a single single shortlist because, like, you know, like, people didn't outright hate the movie. It was very, very divisive, but like, people just thought it was just kind of lame. Whereas Five Nights at Freddy's 2, people actually hated that movie. So I think that's why, like, it was just like too divisive. Also, no Razzie Redeemer Award. They're probably going to give out whatever that award is, like, during the show. There's probably not enough for, like, nominations. Minecraft is, like, so bad it's good. But the thing is, there are some people that think that's actually good. So that's the problem. But, yeah. I think the Minecraft movie will become a cult classic from how stupid it was and the memes. I mean, maybe. I'm not exactly, like, we don't really know what's going to happen with that film, to be honest. Unlike the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s. I mean, I remember there being quite a few Super Mario Brothers movie memes. Like Super Mario Brothers, like 90s memes and stuff. Like, but I don't know. I'm also 27, so it's like, I'm also like quite a bit older than you guys, maybe. So, But I do remember there being some memes out there. "27 is a baby." No, I'm not a baby. Oh, you're 41? Oh, well, you know what? That's great. But like, I'm already like, but the funny thing is, like, I'm already, like, even at work, I'm older than so many of my coworkers. I'm like, God, I feel like they call me no, they don't actually call me Unk, but I've been called Unk before. Ugh. I am 23. Huh. Like, yeah, I remember when I remember back in May Day when I was 23. I don't know why it's not letting me show. Like, I don't know why it's okay. JLack. If for some reason my chat highlight thing is not letting me highlight your message, but I'll just read it anyway. You're 3 years away from being an Unk. Oh God. Only as old as you feel. Well, thank you very much, Red Spice. That does mean a lot. My God. Again, I'm really excited for Oscar nominations tomorrow. I really am excited for Oscar nominations tomorrow to see what happens. Don't take the Razzie serious. They didn't even nominate Rubber, the Killer Wheel, for Worst Picture in 2010. Okay, to be fair, Rubber was all. I don't know if you could even, like. I don't even know if I want to say Rubber is bad. It's just like, it's just a strange film. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I can even say Rubber is bad. But my main thing is, like, I remember when they nominated like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice for like 8 awards at the Razzies, including Worst Picture, and yet Norm in the North didn't make a single shortlist. Like, Norman of the North was actually like one of the worst movies of that year. Like, and they didn't shortlist it for anything. Like, there's nothing in Batman v Superman that's actually worse than Norman of the North. Like, no. Are you doing a live stream for the announcements in the morning? In a sense, but what I'm going to do is at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and yes, 7 a.m., I am going to do a pre-game show live stream talking about what we're hoping is going to get nominated for the Oscar nominations. And not only that, but however, once the nominations come around, I will do what I did with the SAG Awards, and I will transition that to a members stream. So that we can all watch the Oscar nominations together. But then I will edit that video, that part of the stream into a video, like I did with the SAG Awards. So it's going to be like that. What do you think about the La La Land and Moonlight Best Picture drama back in 2017? I mean, yeah, it was weird, but at the end of the day, I couldn't lose because Moonlight was my favorite movie of the year that year, and La La Land was my number 2 favorite film of the year that year. So, hey. I think Trier will get snubbed. Oh, no way. Don't try to predict that. Like, Joachim Trier won the European Film Award for Best Director. That is highly correlative in getting an Oscar nomination for director. Do not do not do that. Do not do that. Do not predict a snub, because that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. Yay. Yeah, yay. Hot take. I would totally nominate the Minecraft movie in production design and visual effects. I don't know about visual effects and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't, but, Someone saying that you should take the Razzies serious is like saying you should have taken the Astro Award seriously this year. Yeah, but you know what? It gets views. God, I'm still so pissed that the Razzies, like, put everything so close up to the Oscar nominations, and not only that, but they just don't release all the nominees in the video, which is extremely stupid. I don't get that. Why do they do that? It's so dumb. I'm so ready to crash out tomorrow if Elle Fanning gets snubbed for the 2nd year in a row. Yeah, start crashing out right now, because she's just not happening. Oscar expert comparing one battle after another in makeup to Emilia Perez in makeup is actually a perfect analogy. In a sense, yeah, except I would argue Emilia Perez had a little bit more impressive makeup, because what they did with Carla Sofia Gascon in the beginning of that film was really, really impressive. Like, she looked like a different person entirely. Whereas in One Battle After Another, they just kind of scarred up, Sean Penn a bit. But yeah. I finally took Panahi out for Safdie. Feels so wrong, but I have to admit, Accident is falling off. Even though it won the Palm, An Enemy of a Fall, and Triangle of Sadness gained momentum towards the end. I don't have Safdie in. I have Kleber Mendonça Filho for The Secret Agent. I think he's going to get in for director, because the fact that The Secret Agent won 2 Golden Globes, including for non-English language film, and the director got up to make a speech the day before Oscar nomination voting started. The timing is impeccable. I think he's getting nominated. And yes, I am predicting a snub for Marty Supreme. But I just really think he's happening. I really think he's happening. I'm looking at the predicted nominated directors. My eyes see no Trier. Again, look at the European Film Awards. Like, you're going to have to make a big snub. It's not going to be pretty, but you will have to make a big snub to fit Trier in. Because believe me, European Film Awards is very, for Best Director, he's going to get in. Like, Joachim Trier he's locked in for director. Like, yes, he didn't get in for DGA, but also, the guilds hate international films for some reason. They hate international films. And so it's like, you have to nominate Joachim Trier. You have to. Was La La Land expected to win costumes against the Harry Potter spinoff Fantastic Beasts? I know Fantastic Beasts was not expected to win. I think maybe people were either expecting Jackie to win or like La La Land to win, so it's kind of tough. I know, but I don't want to predict Philo when he doesn't have a precursor, even missing the long list. Well, I mean, look at what's his name? Look at Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. He didn't get shortlisted for director. Again, it's just one of those things where like you kind of have to read the tea leaves a bit to see like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have minded if La La Land won. Oh, for costume design, I don't know if I give it the win, but like I thought Fantastic Beasts had very good costumes. So can director would go for Panahi, Trier, or Mendonça. Like like hold on, let me show you how you spell his name. Yeah, right here. Yeah. That's how that's his name. So but like I do think Mendonça's coming for that nomination. Let's be honest, the only one who actually cares about international films are the Globes. I mean, the Oscars nominated I'm Still Here for Best Picture last year, and they nominated Emilia Perez for 13 awards. And the previous year, they nominated 2 international films for Best Picture, The Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall. It's like the Oscars nominate a lot of international films. Let's be fair here. Didn't Triangle of Sadness do extremely well at EFA, though? I mean, yeah, but so did Sentimental Value. Sentimental Value did very well there, too. There's always a, what the fuck, how dare they snub that? I mean, yeah, true, but that's gonna happen, like... Because, like, what? Like, do we really think Frankenstein's going to get nominated for director if he couldn't... do we really think Del Toro's going to get nominated for director for Frankenstein if even the BAFTAs didn't nominate him? Like, the BAFTAs went for Ryan Coogler above Guillermo del Toro. I mean, what? Like, I think the problem is you're looking at the wrong snub. Like, it's probably going to be, like, either, who, like, was it? Like, either Josh Safdie or even Chloe Zhao who could be snubbed for that. It's like that's the, you, like, when you're looking for the big snub, you don't go for the international films for that. You go to the American films because it's like it's like a cliche at this point. I don't think Safdie is in the club yet. That's what I'm thinking. It's like, now, granted, you know, sometimes what does give me a little bit of pause on Chloe Zhao. I think the one problem with Chloe, like, you could argue with Chloe Zhao, you know, Hamnet won TIFF, and a lot of TIFF winners do get snubbed out of Best Director. You know, like American Fiction didn't get a director nomination. Jojo Rabbit didn't get a director nomination. Green Book didn't get a director nomination. So that can happen. Oh, and also 3 Billboards didn't get a director nomination. So you could say that, but also it's all, like, I don't know. The fact that she has won an Oscar, I think, is very important to me. Unless your film is winning like the Daniels, They Will Make Him Wait, maybe. Fun fact, the last time won Best Picture without winning Screenplay or Director was Chicago. Yeah, but there was also kind of a weird thing with that because they gave director to Roman Polanski, and I think Chicago was Rob Marshall's first theatrical film, so... Was Anemone about the Daniel Day-Lewis film about that his son made? Like it's kind of hard to explain. It's like he goes to like a retreat with I think his brother or brother-in-law or something. I'm not exactly sure. And then like they're talking about his son. Like I don't know, it's a very strange film. It's kind of I don't know. And the last film to win director and screenplay, but not picture, was Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're in for a winter storm. Is the show already over when it comes to the winner for Best Picture? Because I really do not hope One Battle After Another wins. Here's the thing. Right now, I do think One Battle After Another is winning. But it depends on how strong Sinners performs in Oscar nominations. If Sinners still manages to get Michael B. Jordan in, it's still expected to get Michael B. Jordan in. It's expected to get what's his like if Michael B. Jordan still gets in, if Wonmi Masaku still manages to get in, and Ryan Coogler still manages to get into director, as long as the film just doesn't really underperform, we should be good. And there is a path for it to maybe win PGA and SAG. Again, I'm not going to predict that to happen, but however, as long as it doesn't really miss a beat in terms of nominations, there is still the chance of it getting the win for Best Picture. There is still a chance of that happening. But if it does miss director, if it does miss Michael B. Jordan, and it does underperform, then yeah, it's not winning Best Picture. But yeah, we'll have to see. More audience-loved films that get snubbed: Conclave, Barbie, Holdovers, Dune, Chicago 7. This would imply Zhao is the most vulnerable. Safdie makes more sense as the one you keep if you want Mendoza. Maybe, but again, there is the other problem. It's that, again, Chloe Zhao is a previous director nominee. So I don't know. That's really hard to predict. And also, let's not forget, and let's be real here, the outrage people would have if you snubbed the only woman in this category would be like intense. Like she's the only woman competing for Best Director here. And I think even the director's branch knows if they snub her, like, there is going to be the biggest backlash imaginable. So, again, we'll have to see. Is that animated Chinese film that grossed the top 10 shortlisted for the Oscars? I forgot the name. Are you talking about Ne Zha 2? Here's the it is not. I think it is not eligible for best animated feature. I think it's not in the eligibility list, so I can't say. Yeah, so probably not. I think Chloe happens. Spielberg is a producer on Hamnet. Yeah. Do we think we could see a split for director and picture again soon? Maybe. I mean, look, I do think if Sinners wins Best Picture, if Sinners wins Best Picture, Paul Thomas Anderson still wins Best Director. I think he would still win Best Director, even if Sinners won Best Picture. So, probably, maybe. The people who got behind her will make sure she's in. That's the other thing. It's like a lot of the directors in their like campaign tours have been talking about, oh yeah, Chloe Zhao did an amazing job on Hamnet. Whereas again, I feel like she's in the Oscar club right now. She's a previous winner. Meanwhile, this is like Josh Safdie's first ever Best Picture film, like remotely close. So, I don't know. That's why I am predicting a snub for him. Let's be honest. Whatever the Academy does, there will be backlash. I mean, yeah, but why is it not eligible? Did it come out in 2024 or not, or what? I have no idea. It's just not in the animated. Ne Zha 2 is just not in the animated feature lineup. So, oh wait, I forgot to put in the background music. I'm sorry. Also, Marty Supreme has been surging, and when do great American epics get snubbed? Brutalist, Oppenheimer, West Side Story all made it. All right, I wouldn't call Marty Supreme a great American epic. It's like it is great, but I don't know if I would I would not consider Marty Supreme an epic. Like Brutalist, Oppenheimer, and West Side Story, those were really large scale films with huge cinema, like big shots, like large sweeping shots and stuff. Like those are epics. Marty Supreme is a lot more claustrophobic than that. And I mean, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. The movie's great, but like, I don't know. I don't think. I don't really think that it's an accurate. I don't think you can really compare Marty Supreme to Brutalist, Oppenheimer, and West Side Story. Fun fact: City of God only didn't get nominated for international film in 2004 because Brazil didn't submit it. Oh. I hear they're making an animated film about a Hindu story that the animation will take inspiration from Spider-Verse and Demon Slayer. Ooh. Many people, though I've seen, have called it an equivalent to the epic this year. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what those people are thinking. It's not like, no, Marty Supreme is not like, in terms of just filmmaking style, it's not like Brutalist, Oppenheimer, or West Side Story. It is not. It's not a very large scale film at all. I mean, it's large scale for A24, sure. And yeah, the budget is pretty decent. But like when you watch the movie, it's not like a grand sweeping epic. Like it's still very much like, it's still closer to like Uncut Gems. It's Uncut Gems with more of a budget, is what I'll say. I don't understand the argument against play adaptations and adapted screenplay. Women Talking is a literal copy of the book, and that mediocre thing won the Oscar. I don't know if it's actually well. For one, I think Women Talking is fantastic. Honestly, I've not read the book, so I can't say. But like, there are a lot of plays that do take things directly from the source material, word for word. And it's like that, and that's why they don't get nominated for screenplay. So like that's a valid like saying that play adaptations don't tend to get screenplay nominations. That's a fair thing to say. Yeah, the director's branch is extremely stuck up. Unless Marty Supreme is in winning contention, Safdie is out. It's not even that they're stuck out. It's not even that they're stuck up. It's like, it's really competitive right now in director. It's the most competitive director race we've seen in a while. Hey, it's ZJ13 Goat. Hi, ZJ13 Goat. Hi. I've been seeing people comparing Chalamet to Mikey Madison. Well, here's the problem. Chalamet already has 2 precursors, and Mikey Madison only had 1. I think Delroy Lindo is getting in for Best Supporting Actor. My question is, who are you snubbing? Because I want to put Delroy Lindo in, or Miles Caton. I want to do that. But, like, who in the world would you snub here? I was thinking, here's the thing. I would have taken out Jacob Elordi, except he won Critics' Choice. I would take out, what's his name? Paul Mescal, but not only did he get nominated at SAG, they doubled down on their love for Hamnet and gave it Best Ensemble. So I can't snub anybody right now. Any categories you don't know what to do in? I'm pretty sure I know what to do. But director is the one where I'm just like, oh, something weird's going to happen. I don't really feel very confident in director, really. How likely do you think No Other Choice is to get in Best Picture in screenplay solely off of Globe Comedy Critics' Choice screenplay? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The fact that even at the BAFTAs, No Other Choice did not get shortlisted for adapted screenplay. That was concerning to me. But then someone pointed out that it might not even be out in the UK yet. I'm not exactly sure, but they still shortlisted it for Best International Film. So it's like, ugh, I'm concerned. I need No Other Choice to get a screenplay nomination. I need that to get in. But I just don't know what to do. This is terrifying me. But I can't really predict No Other Choice because, like, it's so dead right now. Like, no, like, it's like it dropped off the face of the earth. I hope they drop Penn and Mescal. Well, I haven't seen Hamnet, so I can't say I hope that they drop Mescal, but I do hope they drop Penn. Delroy Lindo, what scene was memorable with him? He was really forgettable in that film. I think people really do like the kind of energy he brought to the film in the scenes that he had. I would still nominate Miles Caton over him, but I don't know. I'm starting to come around to see why people are rallying behind him. Also, I feel like people don't know which Sinner's boy to go with. Caton, SAG, Lindo, veteran, and BAFTA long list. Again, I don't know. Paul Mescal might miss. I know Hamnet is stronger than Sinners, but I don't think Mescal is safe. I don't think Hamnet's stronger than Sinners. I do think Sinners is stronger than Hamnet. But the problem is, there's no evidence to say that Mescal will miss at this point. There's no evidence to support it. Again, the fact that even Hamnet got into SAG Ensemble, the industry doubled, even even normie ass SAG doubled down on their love for Hamnet. So I can't I just can't predict it to happen. I think there's the most stacked supporting actor competition we've seen so far. I agree. It is, but not only is it stacked, but like the top 5 just seems so unshakable. I just don't think it's wise to move away from this top 5. If Wicked got ensemble at SAG, would you consider Ariana Grande? I mean, I would consider her, but like, I still don't think I would do it because Wicked is still on a bad trajectory. It's still like getting nominated for like less and less stuff. Do we think Frankenstein in screenplay could be like Dune Part 2, Wicked, Way of Water, or Black Panther, which IP doesn't get screenplay? I guess you could say Logan and Top Gun contradict that, and also the first Dune. But I guess the problem is like when it comes to the alternatives for adapted screenplay, there's nothing really that compelling. There's just nothing really that I would have done that. With No Other Choice, I was actually thinking maybe No Other Choice could get into adapted screenplay over Frankenstein, even if it doesn't get into Best Picture. But the fact that it missed the BAFTA long list, that was rough. That was a bad miss for it to have. Like, missing the BAFTA long list, that sucks. So, like, yeah, I just can't, like, I just cannot. Like, I have to go with the consensus 5. Nothing else is just showing to be that strong. Do you think the Smashing Machine can get snubbed for makeup? I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. The makeup, I feel like is still going to be, it's still going to get nominated for makeup because they still transformed The Rock. It's really impressive work. I would, like, and the competition is just not really convincing me what else could get in. Wait, what the? I have Wake Up Dead Man in? Oh, no, not an adapted screenplay. Don't do it. Don't. No. It has been, like, Wake Up Dead Man has shown up nowhere this season. Don't do it. No. Don't do it. That's a bad idea. That's a really, really bad idea. You don't want to do that. No. Santiago, no. Don't do it, Santiago. Can you see Dune 3 not getting into Best Picture because Wicked and Avatar didn't, and I heard the second book is not as good as the first book? Here's the problem. It's like, Denis Villeneuve is like, it's easier to like adapt like a book rather than a stage show because there's less of an expectation. I do think Denis Villeneuve is going to direct Dune Part 3 in a way that's going to be like palatable for audiences. And so I think it will get into Best Picture. By the way, guys, if you guys want to help support the channel, there are a lot of ways you could do that. Oh, hold on. Yeah. There are a few ways you could help support the channel. Because we're about to maybe end stream in about less than 15 minutes. But, however, I do want to try to push a few things. For one, if you want to become a member, it's for $2 a month. You get members-only badges, emojis, members-only videos, members... shout-outs at the end of my videos, early access to videos, members-only live chats, members-only Discord server access, and not only that, but if you want to support me more directly, then you can go to ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah and leave a tip that way. That really helps us out quite a bit. So, yeah. I bet $75 on weapons and screenplay. Oh no, and $50 on Plemons. In Actor Against My Friend. Am I cooked? You might be. It's okay. $50 on Plemons. I mean, well, for one, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to bet. But like weapons and screenplay, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. You might have cooked yourself there. Ugh. Was hoping for more Dune movies by him. I was sad that he said he's only making a trilogy. I wanted a Star Wars thing all over again. I mean, to be fair, like maybe it's best that he does a trilogy and kind of does his own thing from now on. Maybe. Do you think there will be any surprises in Best Picture? I'm looking out for a few films that could surprise. You know, I am wondering if like Blue Moon could get in, or even Nouvelle Vague. Nuremberg I'm looking out for. Maybe there's an outside shot for No Other Choice, but again, I don't know. Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu is locked for director for Digger next year. Ah. Never say locked right now. Like, I don't know. Like Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, he is like Bardo really gave me pause. I'm like, that's a film where I really need to see the reception for me to go, okay, maybe this is a big contender. I just don't know. I've heard that the Marty Supreme makeup presentation at the Bake-Offs was really well received. Again, take the Bake-Offs with a grain of salt because they can lead you astray. They can lead you astray. The Smashing Machine is a great film that should have gotten nominations, but the competition is so stacked that it can't even compare to them. I like The Smashing Machine. I don't love it. But, however, I do think it's going to get makeup. I do think it's at least going to get makeup. I think Nolan is the only lock, maybe, but even then, I'm just like, Because, again, I do want to look out for the blockbuster thing, but I don't know. Are you predicting Marty Supreme for costume design? I don't think so. Wait, am I? Am I actually predicting it for costume design? No, okay, so no, I am predicting one battle after another for costumes. I love that internet comment of a guy just asking if Dune is just a cheap Star Wars knockoff, but someone comments it's actually a very expensive knockoff because the guy had to build a time machine. Wait, what? To publish the novel 12 years before the first Star Wars? Oh. What is the oldest Best Picture winner you've seen? I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea. I'm going to manifest a Tom Ford director nom for Cry to Heaven next year. Please, I need that. Again, I have no idea. But the Odyssey can the Odyssey win Best Picture next year? I mean, it can, but I don't think it's going to. Because, like, with Oppenheimer, it was kind of like it was like, not only was it a biopic, but it was also kind of speaking to a lot of relevant themes, and I just don't know if the Odyssey is going to do that. I think it's just going to be a great, like, you know, epic, but we'll have to see. But Costumes never does contemporary. Well, they did Conclave last year, and that was contemporary. It's Hedda. To my knowledge, I don't think Hedda got nominated at the Costume Guild, no? Yeah, let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so for contemporary film, we have Begonia, F1, One Battle After Another, Wake Up Dead Man, Weapons, period film. Oh, no, so, no, Hedda did get, okay, no, it did get costume design. Okay, at the Costume Designers Guild. All right. But again, I just don't know. I'm just expecting One Battle After Another to really overperform, so, In calling out what we trust, although this year the costume designer's name is on the ballot. Well, it's on the ballot for the winners. That's the main thing. I'm pretty sure for nominations they were already on the ballot, but like for winners, this is the first time where the winners' names are going to be on the ballot. There's a lot of people mad at Nolan Verge used Nordic boats instead of the Greek ones. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like, yeah, I don't know. Begonia's underrated. Can we really call Begonia underrated if it's like performing very well with precursor nominations? I don't know if we can really say Begonia's underrated. Spielberg, Nolan, McDonough, Villeneuve, and Iñárritu would be a banger lineup for Best Director. Or consider this, Greta Gerwig for Narnia. And what is it, like, isn't it like The Magician's Nephew? Like, Greta Gerwig has Narnia coming out next year. Oh, I'm excited. I have to hand it to you for your Wicked predictions. Oh yeah, that might be my best call of the year. Just saying, nope, I'm not believing in Wicked. I keep hearing too many bad things about the second act. Nope. What is one animated character that would be funny to host the Oscars? Let's see. What animated character do I think could host the Oscars? What would make sense? Like, Honestly, Katie from the Mitchells vs. the Machines would be kind of funny. Because, like, she's such a movie nerd, and, like, I feel like her hyperactive nature and the way she edits things would be really funny if she were a host of the Oscars. I don't know. Let's see. My hot take is that the Odyssey won't make the money Oppenheimer did, which was propped up by Barbie. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I do think Barbie helped Oppenheimer, but let's be real here. Christopher Nolan is like the most bankable person in Hollywood right now. People will go see his movies without hesitation now. Like, are we just gonna forget that Dunkirk, a World War II movie, made $500 million? And even Tenet, in the middle of a pandemic, made nearly $300 million? Like, Interstellar made over $600 million? It's like, at this point, and there were many people calling Oppenheimer his best film. Like, I don't know. The Odyssey, I think, is going to be really, really successful. Like, Christopher Nolan's name has weight to it. Oh, somebody, Rick and Morty. Oh my god, not Rick and, oh my god. Garfield, Peggy Hill, Plankton or Squidward, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse. That'd be kind of funny. Nolan has crazy box office pull. He does. Krusty the Clown. I said it won't make $1 billion. It will make some money. I don't know. I mean, as long as it gets very, very good reviews, I do think there is a chance that Oppenheimer. I do think like that goodwill from the Odyssey, from Oppenheimer, as long as the Odyssey gets the reviews it needs, I think it can crack $1 billion, especially with it being like a Greek, Greek mythology, like action film. Oh, I think that can happen. I think $1 billion can happen. I would say James Cameron is more money making than Nolan. Okay, but to be fair, James Cameron is not making as many movies as Christopher Nolan. I mean, yeah, sure, like, you know, James Cameron, a lot of his movies make a ton of money, but, like, his movies do make a ton of money, but his past 4 films were made, like, over the course since 1997, whereas Christopher Nolan, he's consistently pumping out a lot of new movies, consistently. Gerwig is a good writer, but not even half decent director. Some writers shouldn't even be allowed to direct, but at least she's better than at both than her husband. Jesus Christ, I horribly disagree with that. I mean, do I think her directing was all that showy in something like, you know, like Lady Bird or Little Women? No, but Barbie was exceptionally well directed. What? She's a very good director. Is the Odyssey supposed to be rated PG-13 or R? I think I've heard they were doing an R, but we're kind of in an era now where R-rated movies can get nominated, where R-rated movies can make $1 billion, and like Joker did that without even being an action film, and Oppenheimer almost made $1 billion. So it's like coming off of that Oppenheimer afterglow, and as long as the movie gets really good reviews, I don't think there's really a reason to doubt the Odyssey can get into like the $1 billion club. Lady Bird was well directed too. I mean, yeah, it was well directed. I can see the argument though of that being more of a screenplay movie than a directing movie, but there's no way you can't say that Barbie wasn't simultaneously a very strong directing movie and a screenplay movie. Like, there was a lot of crazy, like, directing decisions going on in that film. But Joker is the most popular comic book villain of all time. True, but also Joker Folie à Deux was like a box office disaster. I guess we shall see. I'm just saying, you don't want to doubt Christopher Nolan. You don't want to doubt Christopher Nolan in terms of, again, I feel like he is more bankable than any movie star these days. Like, his name has more weight to it than Tom Cruise. You want proof of that? Just look at the last 2 Mission Impossible movies. They didn't perform that well at the box office. I mean, like, I think the last one did make money, but like, I remember Dead Reckoning Part 1 was said to be like a shocking like miss in terms of the box office. So it's like Christopher Nolan can overcome that. I'd like Nolan to return to original concepts like Memento. I mean, I'm just cool with whatever he's doing as long as it's a great movie. I don't really care if it's, original or adapted. It's just as long as he's making a great movie, that's all that's good with me. All right. I'm about to get ready to end stream, but does anyone have any about a couple minutes or something like that? Does anyone have any final words or messages or, super chats or memberships or Ko-Fi stuff that we want, or like any final words before we get ready to head off stream? I would say only Marvel has a bigger name than Nolan, and even now, Marvel's name is not as powerful as it used to be. Marvel's kind of fallen off a bit, so... Final best director predictions. Again, I am going to be streaming tomorrow morning. It's going to be very early at like 7 a.m. But, however, this is kind of what I'm thinking for director right now. One Battle After Another, Sinners, Sentimental Value, Hamnet, The Secret Agent. I am really looking out for Marty Supreme, or It Was Just an Accident, or even Begonia. I am looking out for those, but we'll have to see. If DK can make a 1 billion, then the Odyssey can. I'm not sure what that is. What time in the morning? 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the stream? Yes, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the stream. Like, literally an hour before the Oscar nominations, probably. I might even go a little bit earlier than that. But today's going to be interesting because I'm going to try to get to bed immediately when I get home. Like, when I get home tonight from work, I'm probably going to immediately get to bed because I know I'm going to need as much sleep as I can because I'm going to have to get up that early. Blue Moon Secret Agent weapons or Sorry Baby. For screenplay, this category is stressing me out. For screenplay, let's see. I'm doing Sinners, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, Accident, and Secret Agent. I can't really do Sorry Baby because that did not get nominated. Like that did not get shortlisted at BAFTA. Begonia maybe could. Not Begonia. Blue Moon maybe. I am looking out for a Blue Moon. So yeah. Bye ZJ13 Goat. Bye. I probably won't be here tomorrow. Oh, that sucks. But you know what? I'll probably still have the VOD up. And also, Oscar nominations video will be dropping as soon as I can, like after recording. And I'll get to editing that, and yeah. What type of work do you do at your job? I don't want to dox myself, so Joey Herrera says, bye, Christian, bye. Bye, Joey, bye. And Luann Gabriel says, bye. Bye, Luann Gabriel, bye. Going 10 for 10 is rare in screenplay, both original and adapted. Yes, but however, I just want to hedge my bets. That's why if Weapons got PGA, BAFTA long list, and Critics' Choice. I don't know. I mean, like with Critics' Choice, I mean they didn't do any international films except for Sentimental Value. So, and I don't think BAFTA. And yeah, like Weapons made the long list, but it made a long list of 10. So it's like that was pretty easy to do. And PGA, it's an American blockbuster. So again, it makes sense why that would happen. It's like there's always an asterisk to that all. There always is an asterisk. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow at 7 or even a little bit earlier, so I'll try to keep like an event up for that. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. And now I'm going to pass the question off to you. What are your your last minute Oscar predictions? Be on the lookout because I'm going to put that stream event up in the up pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. And be sure you hit that subscribe button because if you don't, there will be no Oscars.